All right, Dad, today we're talking about nutrition. What should we be eating? What shouldn't we be eating? Gardening and just all things health and wellness.
I wrote a number of articles 25 years ago for Natural Awakenings magazine in Orlando, and a couple of the things that I said that have kind of stuck around is never eat anything a bug would not eat. That's extremely true. Their sense of smell, their sense of taste, they are your, in fact, years ago, the nutritionists was using bugs to determine how nutritional the food, how many bugs could this keep alive. You know, never eat anything a bug wouldn't eat, and if it doesn't go bad, it already is bad.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? If it doesn't go bad?
I used to, I would take a Publix birthday cake and leave it out where there were ants. They wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So the ants were educating me if I would just pay attention and forget the fact that I'm superior to all creatures on the planet and learn from the insects. And if it doesn't go bad, it means it has enough chemicals in it where if you found it in a tomb 6,000 years from now, it would still be horrible.
So what does that do to the body?
Oh God. You know what people don't get? How many chemicals we have in our body now, and there's no way of knowing that. Years ago, National Geographic did a study on that to determine that. And you could have 10,000 chemicals roaming around your body right now that do not belong there. I want to keep it simple when it comes to food. The less ingredients it has, the better. The less exotic ingredients that you cannot pronounce, and I have examples of that. We have regular dressing here for normal humanoids who come and eat here. And if you can't see it, but there's an entire paragraph here that starts about here and goes all the way to there and has several things that you'd have to say, what is that? What are they doing with that? Okay, this is not the way Grandma used to make dressing. Xanthan, propylene glycol, that's antifreeze, people. There's antifreeze in here. At least you won't freeze if you eat enough of this stuff. And I can tell you something totally the opposite. My kids were raised on maple syrup when they had, and homemade pancakes, homemade French toast. French toast and kids, by the way, that's the first thing you should cook with them because it's fun to do, it's easy. And this is, Kirkland, but it could have been anybody's organic maple syrup. Although this is a good deal, and that's why we have it. So organic maple syrup, the other stuff, the log cabin, but trust me, nobody who had a log cabin back then ever used that syrup. It's corn syrup, it's sodium benzoate, which is a preservative. Bacteria, if it doesn't go bad, it is bad. Do you want preservatives in your body? It doesn't work that. Your body can't function that way. And this doesn't cost that much more to buy something good. It really doesn't. And you should take a look at the ingredients. Here's an example that we just pulled out of the closet. Ingredients: almond flour, arrowroot, flax, soda, organic, oregano. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pizza dough. And organic garlic. Okay, can you see that? That's what you want to see. Things you can pronounce. And when you go in the supermarket, the outer area, all the way around in the circumference, where the fresh fruit and fresh vegetables and the frozen veggies and frozen fruits and stuff, that's your live zone. That's where you can get food that basically will keep you alive because it is close to life. You should eat food as close to raw as possible within reason because some things have to be cooked for you to digest them. This is a matter of education. I mean, I will be bringing up all the books that you need to do this, but keep it simple, keep it basic. If you don't recognize it, don't give it to them. Stay natural, stay organic if you can afford it. And know the Dirty Dozens. What are the Dirty? It's a movie from the 1964. No, the Dirty Dozen is the fruits that are always contain the most pesticides. They usually have the most surface area, like a strawberry or something like that. And those things are always contaminated. And if you particularly need to get organic there, your body. You don't need 10,000 carcinogens in your body, and that's pretty much what we all have right now. So we need to drop that load. Keep it simple. Keep it basic. Farmers markets, as much as you can, and ask them, did you spray this stuff? Ask them. And don't assume it's clean. You got to investigate. You got to gotta know what you're doing. But basically, keep it simple, keep it natural, keep it as close to nature as possible. Nature will protect you if you stay close to her.
So could the grocery store be a lesson with children, showing them where to
What to eat, what not to eat.
Yeah.
Yes, because you can show them those labels that go on forever, and you say, I can't even pronounce these things, why would I put them into your body? And you would try to, if you start them young by getting them to, if you grow the stuff, they'll eat it. That's one of the first keys. If you grow it, they will eat it. So grow it and teach them how to eat spinach or lettuce that's growing, not iceberg. But it's a matter of education, it's a matter of dedication, and being specific and taking it seriously. What you are what you eat. And George Harrison once said that. He said, you know that what you eat you are. But what is sweet now turns so sour. Oblagi, oblaga. I have to teach you some Beatles songs. So if you hang around, I will teach you some Beatles songs because you need to know them. Anyhow, like I said, keep it simple, keep close to nature. She will protect you. If it doesn't go bad, it is bad. And trust the insects. If they won't eat it, you don't eat it. I mean, in some sense, they're sharper than you are.
For the person who can't necessarily afford a ton of organic food, what are the best things to focus on?
First, we got to note one thing. I used to repair microscopes in pesticide research at the University of Florida, Gainesville, because I worked for Zeiss and Leitzen. And I asked them, I said, well, pesticides, when it rains, don't they come off? Do the pesticides come? And he said, no, because they're put on with oil.
Oh.
And nobody knows this.
How old were you when you asked that? What year?
Oh, it may have been 1985 or something, way back, or earlier. But what I figured out is you need slightly warm water with a little tiny bit of ivory soap, and I'd make sure that I got all this warm water to flow over the grapes, because grapes have a lot of surface area. They're one of the dirty dozen, I believe. And I'd get the warm water, a little clean ivory soap, or whatever's closest to natural soap as possible. Then I'd rinse, and then
Because it's an oil. The
yes,
pesticides
it's
are an
because
oil.
it's oil. Now, some of those pesticides are on the skin. Some of those pesticides actually travel inside into the flesh.
Okay.
There again, you need to read up and trust your sources. The internet is not trustworthy for anything, actually. I have books that because I have so many and recommendations for you in that regard.
Last question. If someone wants to start their children and their family, themselves on gardening, where should they start? What are 3 plants that are good for someone who doesn't naturally have a green thumb?
You know what's funny? Snap peas, you know, little pea pods?
Yeah.
They're so beautiful when they grow. The flower is gorgeous. And it grows on a vine. You put some chopsticks in there and let it grow on there. But I want to show them how to grow wheatgrass indoors.
Okay, wheatgrass.
Yes,
So you take wheatgrass shots?
Yes, and we'll take photomicrographs of, we'll show what the roots look like of the wheatgrass, and also broccoli sprouts.
Broccoli sprout. What are the benefits of wheatgrass?
I can't even say, because I had a friend who had a terminal disease, and he equated that it saved his life. But that was a whole nother story. All I know is it mimics blood, human blood in some essence. It brings oxygen to the site. It brings oxygen to whatever it touches. The dog will take it, because the instincts tell them to consume it. It's rich in chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is magical. Get as much chlorophyll as you can. And the broccoli sprouts, they have everybody knows that they have anti-tumor chemicals inside them. And by having the sprouts, you're really concentrating whatever is in those little guys, because you're eating like 300 plants at one time. Find information on the chemicals in broccoli that it makes it one of the major anti-tumor vegetables that you can eat.
So snap peas, wheatgrass, which we're going to show them.
Pretty wheatgrass, and if you start them indoors, and then, because first not everybody has a garden.
Yeah.
So it'd also be good for me to show them how to take a container and how to get the dirt for that container, and then what to start with. And tomatoes are not easy to grow. Peppers are easier to grow.
Yeah.
Like a green pepper, red pepper, those kind of things. They're very easy to grow. And the flower, when the flower comes off and they see a little baby pepper in there, it just lights them up.
Perfect. So to close this out, what's something you'd like to say to the parents out there that want to get their family and their children on a healthier track to a healthier life?
It really matters to start early.
Start early?
It really does, because if you get them, like you guys, you were eating clover off the ground, but when we had a place in Bucks County, if you teach them that what grows, if you can make the connection between the soil and their food, and they eat, what they eat and the soil, make that connection. The plant is the middleman between the soil and you.
Yeah.
The plant is in the middle. If they see that the plant is born in that soil and that you are using what the plant gave them, it's all part of it. And there again, you're making that connection that you're all part of something. You're not Lord and Master. You're taking part in a ecosystem, which keeps you alive.
What about parents with older children? Is it too late?
It's never too late.
Never too late?
No, but you got to make them realize that, like the soft drinks, I did an entire article on soft drinks. Some things that we consider normal, the long habit, Thomas Paine said, I'm paraphrasing, a long habit of doing something wrong somehow makes it seem right. Mm-hmm. Soft drinks are horrible. You can't possibly dissolve that much sugar into the water on your own. Try it. We could do that as an experiment. How much teaspoons of sugar can you get to dissolve in that water, and how did they manage to get 12 in there? It's supercharged.
It's like 36.
Whatever it is, you couldn't do it on your own.
Yeah, your liver can't process that much sugar, right?
Sugar, to me, is one of the worst things that ever happened to me.
Any last words you want to leave them with on this video?
You'll feel better if they feel better.
I love it.
You'll feel better if they're eating better. They will feel better if they're eating better. You want to avoid refined sugar because it creates that spike. And I had a terrible diet. I had donuts for breakfast, okay? That makes you get this sugar high, and then 2 hours later you feel horrible. And they're in school at that point. No. You have to use some sense. You have to give them protein in the morning so that they get through that first 3 or 4 hours before lunchtime. You got to really think about it. And I would be glad, we ask the questions, I will try to answer them.
Perfect. I love it. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.